Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark and this is my 1961 Morris Minor Traveller. So in the last video I went through the servicing of the suspension, and I'm going to continue on a similar theme where this time I'm going to make some adjustments and a few upgrades as well. First of all, I attempt to adjust the ride height, make a few mistakes, come back and correct it, and then I follow on with replacing the rubber bushes with some new poly bushes. So here's how I got on. If you're looking to replace your car back to stock height, the first place to start is with the wishbones here. When the car is sitting on level ground on its wheel, not jacked up as it is currently, according to the manual, the difference between this stud down to the ground and this stud down to the ground should be 1 5/8 of an inch or 4.1 centimetres. But in my instance, I have taken a measure from the inside of the lip of the wheel rim and the underside of the wheel arch back and to the front, and the difference between the two is 3 centimetres. So I want to try and reduce that slightly and get them a little more even. So your first port of call when making adjustments, height adjustments to the suspension, will be this adjusting plate on the back of the cross member. There's a series of holes running through there. Each one gives you a differing height of 1/4 of an inch or 6.4 millimetres. So across the whole of the plate, you can raise or lower the car 1 inch or 25.6 millimetres. Now I have made these adjustments some many moons ago, and I believe the first thing I've got to do is take the pressure off of the hub with the jack. Then I can take this tie bar off. Then I've got to loosen these bolts here, take the front of the lower arm off, and then I should be able to slide it off the assembly. So all sounds good in practice. Let's give it a go. Okay, with that jacked up just shy of the bump stop, next thing to do is undo this bolt here, and then I can pull away the stay arm. With the tie bar pulled out of the way, the next job is to remove the pin that holds it in place. Just a reference on the front, so far I have used a 1/4, a 9/8, a 1932 and a 3/8 socket. That's just on the front wishbones. I'm going to try and lower the car 20 millimetres. Now my car is already on the lowest setting on this adjuster plate at the back there, so for me it means I've actually got to move the torsion bar, which is sitting back here. I've got to remove that, move it 1 spline, and then make the final adjustments back on this adjuster plate. The splines can just about be seen here in the end of the torsion bar. By rotating 1 spline in either direction will actually make a difference of 1.5 inches or 38.1 millimetres. Again, looking at what I want to do, I think I've got to rotate 1 spline and then raise the car again by say 3 holes on the plate. Just for reference, this is a 1932 and this one is a 7/16. So at this point, if you're going to make any adjustments on the adjuster plate, that's when you do it now. You can see there's a slot in the cross member, and at the back of it you can see where the torsion bar sits. So by moving this bolt to any of these holes, which obviously that plate then just slides along, that will just tilt that torsion bar slightly and be able to raise or lower the car as you need. To make a little mark here, I've just put on some modelling paint, but anything that's just as a cross-reference between these two, just to make sure that you don't undo everything and then do all your hard work and put it back in the same place. So to remove this now, you can see I've started to slide it along a little bit, and as I slide it along you can see those splines a bit more clearly. I should point out that at this end of the bar, where you've got that nut and the bolt that go through to the plate at the back, there is a washer that goes between here and the cross member to make sure it goes back in. And there you go, that's the end of the torsion bar with all its splines. There's my white mark that is nicely rubbing away, and now we can just push that back on the desired spline. Now if you are wanting to raise the car, I think we're going to have to bring it down a spline, or the number of splines that you require to adjust, and if you want to lower the car then it needs to go up. So my aim is to lower the car, so I'm going to put that back 1 higher than it was before. So I've got my marks lined up here, feel for the next spline which is up there, and then just knock that back into place. So if my calculations are correct, then I have moved the torsion bar one spline up. Should be 1.5 inches or 38.1 millimeters. So it's up 38 millimeters. I only wanted 20, so I've got to bring it down 18 millimeters, which is a movement of 3 on the hole. So if I'm going 1, 2, and the next one should be 3. So my bolt hopefully should be going through there, and that will give me my desired height. Overall, that's taken about 1.5 hours to get everything apart there. The reversal should be fairly straightforward, and get it back together again, and then I've got to do the same on the other side. Little tip, if you are removing the torsion bar on the back of the cross member, there is this washer which got a slight groove in it to make sure it locates correctly into the hole there. And on the other side, on the front of the cross member, we've got this open-sided washer as well. So just make sure you've got all of that before putting it back together. So while I've got everything apart, I thought I would change some of the bushes. I've got the old rubber ones on there, so I thought I'd do an upgrade to some poly bushes. Now I've actually bought 2 different sets. I have bought a budget set, should we call it, and a premium set. Don't really know much about these, so I'm not really sure which way to go. On the face of it, the budget set, sort of finish of it, is much better than the premium set, but I don't know whether this will see on camera, but I can feel a very slight give to the premium ones, whereas the budget ones are absolutely rock hard. So I'll be interested in everyone's view. Budget or premium? I'm kind of the opinion that you get what you pay for, so I'm probably going to go ahead and install the premium. The premium set do come split into individual bags, all clearly labelled up with numbers and a diagram of exactly where they fit on the car as well. So it should be fairly straightforward to find what goes where. If you need to move the suspension up or down by the full 1.5 inches, or like me, you've moved the rear spline in the wrong direction, you can actually make the adjustment here. So with the front, we move it up to lower the car and down to raise the car, whereas the back, it should be up to raise the car and down to lower it. So now I want to go ahead and start changing the bushes. So I've got one either side of this here. So I have loosened the back of the torsion bar again, pulled the front spline back off, and I'm taking this off because I think it's easier. So we can see the state of the rubbers in there. They all look fairly well compressed. This has got a lot of surface rust on it, but it's fairly solid. For some strange reason, I find myself working on the floor today, but rather than on the bench. So these were the original ones, rubber. So loads of give in those, nice and easy. These are what I was classing as the premium brand. Takes a bit more effort, but there's some movement in there. And then these were the budget ones, and that's as hard. That's me pushing as hard as I can. It barely is changing shape. So maybe these are the performance ones, and these are the comfort. But anyway, I'm going to go with these. I'm going to put a little bit of grease around them just to slip them in place. So the next bushes are on the top swivel. There's one either side, and what I've got to do is we're going to undo that nut there. So we've got to release off the locking tabs, like a washer that's just sort of folded over as such, and hopefully it should come off, but let's see how we get on. Everything disconnected down below. It makes the top a lot easier to be able to prise off. Then we can slide the new bushes in place. And now hopefully we should be able to lift the torsion bar back into place. Here I'm going to remove the tie bar completely and replace these bushes. Well, we've got these new ones. So we pop these on and then put the tie bar in position, and then that and the cap and the castellated nut go on after. And that's it, the car is back together again, and certainly for my liking anyway, the ride height on the front is much better, more in keeping with the back as well. But hopefully the video is useful whether you're looking to raise or lower the car, and you then don't make the same mistakes I did as well with the torsion bar. One thing I do need to check is the gap between the top swivel and the bump stop. It should be around about 4.5 centimeters. Obviously by lowering the car I've reduced that, so I do need to check that. The poly bushes, great upgrade, really pleased I did that. The car, it doesn't feel harsh, but it certainly feels a lot more solid, so I'm really pleased that I've done that. And in the next video I will do the same on the rear as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, you found something in there. If you did enjoy it, please give me a like, please feel free to comment, and if you want to see the next video coming up, which will be on those rear poly bushes, please do subscribe. Until then, thanks for watching, cheerio.